Troy Koch enjoyed his childhood growing up in a rural setting on the East Coast. By the time he entered high school, his family had moved to the small town of Clarksburg, New Jersey. His father was a track coach and physical education director, and Koch shared his love of sports.
I was always very athletic. Did football, cross country, track. I wrestled. That was a great way to stay out of trouble, and it was also kept me very busy.
The Koch's free time was often spent in the great outdoors. The traveling and camping vacations he spent with his family prepared him to be adaptable and ready for anything.
We saw everything, from battlefields to, all the different things that treasures that the United States has. And we went camping, and we went whitewater rafting, and we would, go backpacking, and just did what we do in the Army.
Koch joined an early commissioning program in high school and went to basic training after his senior year. Thanks to this head start, he graduated from the ROTC program following his sophomore year at UCM. Like generations of other students, Koch found the University of Central Missouri to be a perfect fit.
It was also very affordable, and affordability for me was very important because I was paying for my own college.
In addition to his classes, he began working at the airport, joined the Delta Chi fraternity, and continued his participation in ROTC. Dr. John Horine, Fred Sheezer, and Jim Bumgarner took Koch under their wings, becoming his aviation mentors.
And they took that experience that they had and made sure I understood it. And that's one of the great things of being an educator. And those are three great educators that made a definite impact in my life. And all I can say is thank you.
Koch received his commission as a second lieutenant in 1984 and became a quartermaster officer. He completed a bachelor's degree at Central Missouri in 1986 and earned a master's in aviation safety the following year. In the late 1980s, the future Brigadier General completed his Aviation Rotary Wing Officers Course, a UH-1 maintenance test pilot course, and was assigned to active guard duty for the 228th Aviation Regiment. Koch's outstanding performance resulted in timely promotions. In the early 2000s, he served in wartime deployments during Operation Iraqi Freedom.
We were deployed into a very austere environment where we were preparing to go into Iraq. I had moved from being an aviation maintenance commander into being a multifunctional logistics officer. On my second deployment, we were responsible for moving 250,000 soldiers into Iraq and redeploying those soldiers back to the States. And we accomplished that task in 2.5 months. Those times that I deployed allowed me to become a more effective, more efficient officer. And I think that is drastically affected in how I lead and how I command today.
Upon returning from the Middle East, Koch's career brought him back to the college classroom.
I knew that most of the young cadets that I was teaching and mentoring were going to be graduating, and we're going to be going over to the war in Iraq and also Afghanistan. It was absolutely essential to prepare them to the best of my ability to be effective leaders as second lieutenants.
From 2006 through 2008, Koch served at Fort Knox with the 8th Battalion, 229th Aviation Regiment, the Flying Tigers.
We were tasked with turning in our Apache Alpha models, which were the older version, and converting over to the H-64 Delta, which is the longbow. On top of that, the unit had to be ready to go to war over into Iraq within 3 years.
In March of 2013, Koch was promoted to the rank of Brigadier General, a rank less than 1% of Army officers attain.
We are the home of reserve aviation for the United States Army Reserve. If it flies in the reserves, we own it, and it falls underneath his command and control. And he's the type of leader which we very much appreciate. He's proactively engaged. He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty.
My role as the commanding general is to try to promote Army Reserve aviation in the best light that it can be. And we can do that across the 14 states, 18 locations that we are around the United States. It's a truly humbling experience to be able to be selected.
You know, he's a caring person as well as a fine officer. We've done real well together, and we have a great command climate here. I love his leadership style. He lets me do what I'm supposed to do. And you know, we talk a couple of times a week. We work on issues together and resolve them, and I really enjoy working for him.
General Koch is now the Deputy Commanding General of Support at U.S. Army Recruiting Command Support in Fort Knox, Kentucky. While he's earned leadership positions very few military officers attain, General Koch says his career achievements have not been reached solely by his own efforts. His success is dependent upon the dedication of his fellow service members and the unconditional love and support of his family.
I'd like to thank my lovely wife, Sarah. Love, without you, I would never be where I'm at today. To my children, you're great, great, great kids. You're what a father always dreams of, what parents always dream of. I love you, and I look forward to living with you long and hearty.
General Koch, sir, my sincerest congratulations on your selection as a distinguished alumni for University of Central Missouri, your alma mater. It's a prestigious honor and one that I can't imagine a better candidate for than yourself. Once again, my sincerest congratulations on an honor that is very much well-deserved. Oh.
Sir, I just want to say congratulations on this prestigious award. You've earned it, and I wish you well in the future, you and your family, Sarah, and God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 2015 UCM Distinguished Alumni Award winner, Brigadier General Troy Koch.